What is going on, guys? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. It has been it has been a few weeks since I've been able to join you. I got in late last Sunday. I don't know why I schedule a travel day on a Sunday. I need to just skip the weekend altogether, not do travel days on Saturday or Sunday. And then you have to combine it with 70-mile travel days. It's hard to get around when you're limiting it to too much. But we're running a little bit later tonight. Hopefully, it won't get too dark. But if it does get too dark, I will say you need to keep an eye in the darkness behind me. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not, but fireflies have been coming out, and I have been a little bit more and a little bit more each night. So I think the first night that I was here, I probably got about 6, and that's a few more. It's not spectacular, but it is pretty cool seeing them again. So let's say hi to everybody really quick. And Jen is there's Miss Jen right there, getting first in the house, beating out Tom and Lori. RV Life, how you guys doing? They are back in Reno. X Fired Up, Cracker Box Palace. Hopefully that was okay to say, Tom and Lori. I think your videos are catching up slowly, but yeah, I think you put it out there that you guys got back. There's Bill, X Fired Up, Cracker Box Palace, and Bead Trapper is in the house. Yeah, like us doing the travel on Saturdays. Yeah, I need to skip weekends altogether. I don't know how we do that. There's finally my time right there. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, I got a little bit of video tonight, and yep, back in Reno for a bit. There you go, right there. Yeah, I was glad to see you guys made it back there without anything else going wrong. Everything is good, so that's good to see. Good to see. Although, did I catch your video yesterday? I don't think I caught your video yesterday, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to catch up. The internet has been up and down here, and I think I'm being throttled. No, I think my Wi-Fi, my hotspot is being throttled because I went to check the Wi-Fi test speed, or the speed test, earlier here, and I had very little down. Now I have very little up. Yeah, gosh, that has switched. So hopefully you guys see me okay, and we're getting out there all right. But I didn't get a notification. There's Miss Bonnie right there. And she's been hopefully it's okay to say she's been struggling with a the rodeo flu. I don't know. Every time she comes back from one of these rodeos, she's not that is a rough part of doing the whole rodeo thing. I think I'm glad to see you here though. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? There's not a lot has happened since you guys last saw me. I've been traveling up the East Coast. I am now in Colonial Beach, Virginia, traveling 70 miles a day. And yeah, Bonnie says, whatever. Yeah, that's just life, I think. Get out of town. You did. Let's see if we can throw that. There it is, right there. We're running a little bit slow on our speed here. You didn't need Dave in a toolbox to get it. You got it. That is fantastic, Tom. That is fantastic. Glad to hear it. You know, the more we learn, the more we do on the road. It is. I'll tell you what, YouTube University is a fantastic resource for figuring out how to do a lot of things. And I just, I've done brakes, and I just got done with my brakes on the coach, and but I've done brakes on cars, never in anything this big, and I got those done, but I was checking out YouTube and looking for the tips and the tricks and what to watch for. You know what? There's a lot of good resource out there to go after some of these and things and fix them. But what do you think of this backdrop here? I could the old one into Get Out of Town. That is a score, Tom. That is a score. They won't. I've had to replace the alternator on the coach here, and I promise you, they're not going to give it to me for free. That is a score. Nice job. Yeah. I rolled into Colonial Beach here about a week ago, and we have had rain. But I can show you now, it's not too bad out. It kind of, I guess, in the camera it looks cloudy, but it's pretty blue sky. And if it gets darker tonight, what you'll have to watch is the background back here. The fireflies have been up there and in this tree and in the back here. And if you see little UFOs during the live, it's not UFOs. It's not. But travel up the East Coast, and occasionally something comes up, and this is why I like my 70-mile travel days. It gives you a chance to relax and not stress about the drive day. And if you see something along the way, you can catch it, you can see it. And that is exactly why I do my 70-mile travel days. But as I was coming up through Georgia, I saw signs on the side. Guys, I would show you the drive coming up on Georgia. And I took Highway 95 this time. The last time I was on the East Coast, people said, yeah, stay away from 95. There's nothing there. And I'll tell you what, they are absolutely right. I probably won't do 95 again coming up the East Coast, because I could show you a picture of the drive or a video of the drive in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, and they all look the same. It's beautiful. It's green, just like what you're seeing behind me here, but there's not much to see. There's not much to see. So needless to say, but I saw a sign, and I have never been to a crawdad festival, and I had to stop and take a look and see where it's at. And as it turned out, I was only about 10 miles away. So let me go ahead and show you that video here real quick. Hang on. What is going on, guys? I am in Georgia. Let's give this a walk here. Step into the shade. It is humid. Whew. Yeah, we had just got out of the shower too, and already. Whew. But that's a courthouse right there. I think it's massive. Found this little site on iOverlander, and they said it's okay to park at. I am stopped here though for a reason. There's a crawdad festival, crayfish festival as they call it, and somewhere over that way. I'm gonna take my time and walk over there. Now today's travel day was only about 10 miles. I'll take it. Sometimes you gotta stop for these things. I'm just gonna be walking down here because I don't think it's very far away, although I saw lots of signs and blocked off streets over in town over that way. I'm going to assume or think that the main festivities are down this way where they're parked at. Go down here and see. Now, I've never been to a crawdad festival, so this is a new one on me. We'll give it a shot. Looks like they're getting it ready. I am a little early. It's supposed to start at 5 and it's just a little after 5 right now. But there you go. Looks like they are serving, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit just to kind of get a walk around. I suppose if you want a smoked turkey leg, you can get one. Now, normally I would be all in. Ooh, local wild stuff. Yeah. You want to hold out for the crawfish? We'll say when in Rome. And I do say people need to eat more of these things. Let's go ahead and do it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Enjoy.
That is more than I could carry. You have to pick it up pretty darn careful not to spill these fries, and there's the gator tail right there. And I got a Pepsi. Now, it definitely took 2 hands to carry all that. And I think I still dropped some over there somewhere. Okay. And that's the gator tail right there. Let's go ahead and... Boy, I'm dropping stuff even as we're sitting there. Okay, let's try it. Boy, I don't know what that barbecue sauce was, but I just picked one. That was really good. To say that is the first crawdad festival, crawfish festival. Is there a difference between a crawdad and crawfish? I don't know. Food was good. Good time. But it's time to get back to the coach. Time to wrap this day up. There you go. I apologize. I do not remember the name of the band that was there, and I hardly ever use the music that I record when I'm at those things. But I couldn't help it. They really sounded good, and I have to give them credit if I could, because especially the recording just came out good, and I thought, you know what? I looked at the rest of the video as I was sitting there, and I thought there were so many times when there are too many people around. It's kind of a crowded situation, and the music just seemed to fit. So hopefully you didn't mind that little montage at the end there, but the crawdads were spicy. They were like Louisiana spicy. They were good. I like spicy, but I feel bad for anybody that doesn't like spicy. But I suppose down there, they're used to that down there. So, Life with Lenny just rolled in the house. You missed it, Lenny. I was eating little bugs. They call them mud bugs. I was eating mud bugs. Yeah, they were actually really good, really good. So now, to be honest, I'm sure that I stuck out at that table because I was eating them like a Yankee. I've only had crawdads a few times, and unfortunately, I did not look up the YouTube video on how you actually eat the darn things. So I did manage to kind of. You got to be brutal with the things, and I managed to get them. So yeah, see you later, alligator warrior. That would have been actually pretty good, wouldn't it? Yeah, I would have liked it. I would have liked it. If you ask me, which do I like, the gator tail or the crawdads? I think I like the gator tail. I'm a big proponent of eating those damn things. So, especially seeing how many there are when you get down here to the south, and you really don't run out of them until you drive past North Carolina. So, from Alberta, Canada, there's Don right there. There you go. Yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good, and I've been watching your progress. I didn't look before. I didn't look to Live with Lenny. I didn't look to see where you guys had made it up to. Lenny says he turned it on just turned it on just to hear the girl say blackout drunk. Okay, I missed that. And Tom says, don't eat the poo string. You're absolutely right. But I know this from eating shrimp. And if you're a pro at eating shrimp, I managed to do basically the same thing with shrimp that I did with crawdads, and it seemed to work out okay. So yeah, don't ask Don about the gators. we're sitting here eating them. And Don just wants to see one. So, well, he did see, I think he said he saw one or two. I don't even know how you missed that, Don. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to come back down to Florida, and we'll do Florida right. You'll see gators. You'll see gators. But 70 miles a day, and I've had a lot of people question it. I'll tell you what, I love going to things like this and seeing these things. And there is a small part of me when I go into these small communities that you do kind of have that outsider feel. So you try to dress the part and not look too out of place walking in there, but it is all fun. You get to see a little bit of cultures and a little bit of differences around the country. And I will say that was a 2-day event, and the next day I stayed there at the courthouse and had no problem staying there. Not a word one from anybody. But they were having the parade the next day. So, Bob and I are at Medina in Texas. Nice to have you here. That posed a little bit of a problem because that was the main street that I drove in when I was getting to where I was parked at for my overnight, and getting back out. I tried to leave earlier rather than later before, but it was too late by the time that I go. There was a full-on parade, and you would think for a small town it wouldn't be that big of a parade. I'm here to tell you that was hours. That was hours because I know it was at least a couple hours because I thought, well, maybe I'll wait it out and see if the parade will end. And that I even walked over there and I got some footage, and I've been having a little bit of problem with my GoPro. I don't know where the footage is going. And unfortunately I couldn't include that with the video. But it was it just kept going on and on. I mean, this had this was a this had quite the turnout for small town USA. I was very impressed, very impressed. They had bands, they had football teams, they had every business had a float, and it was good. So we did 53 miles today. Okay, you guys are headed up to Alaska. So you're probably going to need to step that up just a little bit. So yeah, I don't think 53 miles a day is going to cut it to get up to Alaska and then back down again. So hopefully everything is going okay though, and you guys are having a good trip up there. And if there's anybody that wants to come on, let me know. I'll throw a link out there in the comment section, and if you want to give an update. But we hadn't talked about that, so I'm just going to throw it out there. If anybody wants to come on, just let me know in the comments there, and I'll throw a link out there. So, so I got here, and it's been raining, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained, which that was fine. But the very first morning, I had a leak. Now, there's nothing that will bug you more when you're full-time in an RV than a leak. And this was coming from the AC. And I thought, okay, it's too late in the day. This was literally around the same time on Sunday. And I thought, well, we'll just have to wait until tomorrow and see if I can get up there on the roof and see what's leaking. Turns out, now I know that this happened somewhere between my last stop and here, because I did my walk around, and one of the things I do in my walk around in the morning before I take off, I always check the roof line. I make sure that everything is basically unplugged and ready to go. So, but yeah, yeah, it does. 53 miles a day puts them back in southern Arizona in late January or February. I don't think they're going to make it down. 53 miles a day, I don't think they're going to make it back down. They may be still in Canada about that time. So that would not be good. I got out there the next morning, and my front AC cover was gone. The shroud that goes over your AC. And I just worked on that down in Florida, I believe it was. And I thought I must have left the screws out. I must not have put it all the way back together again. So a little quick searching, and I did manage to find another cover here locally. It was expensive. It was too damn expensive. So I still went and got it because I can't deal with the leak coming through the AC. and I knew that that was all exposed up there. This had to be taken care of now rather than later. And so I drove on into Fredericksburg, and I picked up from Camping World an AC cover and got that back here. Thankfully, they had one. Got it up there on the roof. I have not done anything. I have not painted it. I still need to pull it out. I've been waiting for dry weather here. So it's just up there, basically waiting for me to finish it and get it done. But no sooner got that done than another leak turned up. I went to wash my dishes in the sink, and you remember the sink project that I did. I don't know if that was 2 summers ago. I do remember where I did that at Lake Mead. And I don't, gosh, that was what, 2 summers ago. The sink fell down, and I basically reinstalled all that and got it all back up again. Well, apparently I didn't get the basket tight enough, because got underneath the sink to see what was leaking and discovered, yeah, that wasn't that. And I had to, it's still open up right now in the coach, is open up. I'm letting that all dry out, because by the time that you notice a leak underneath the sink, it's pretty flooded underneath there. And so yeah, I've been dealing with leaks, but other than that, no, it's been smooth sailing. Just waited the rain out yesterday and today. We've had some pretty dry days, and took a little bit of drive around, not a lot. So finally made it to the White Mountains. 68 today. That's not doing too bad. You're in the right temperature zone right there. Lots of wind, big wildfire about 30 miles away. So far, no smoke. Okay. Where is the White Mountains? Remind me again where the White Mountains are. I don't recall that. Uh, yeah, yeah. I was filling the sink with dishwater, and clean dishwater, soapy dishwater, and I went underneath to reach for something, and noticed water down around where my dish soap normally sits, and I thought, okay, this isn't good. Quick, grab a flashlight and looked, and yeah, there was a big leak coming from that. So hopefully it's just going to need some time to dry out. So yeah, I thought they were in Arizona. Okay, I was afraid to say, the New Mexico border, Center State. Nice. Well, you're apparently in the right location. I like Arizona for that, because even when it's 115 in Phoenix, you can go 60 miles north and have 80 degrees and comfortable. So yeah, Arizona's kind of got all the weather there. So in the winter, if you like snow, you can go up to Flagstaff and get all the snow you want. Oh. Well, hopefully, Don, how is everything going up there? You guys are everybody. I did talk to them briefly, a little update of what I know. I talked to Don and a couple of you guys up there, and you guys made it through the border crossing into Canada, and nobody even got searched. I think there was a contest to see who could get through the fastest, and I think I read it was 2 minutes and 19 seconds for Letty and Angela. So you guys win, as far as I know. That is amazing. Do you know how long I have stood in line to get back over from Algodones back into the United States? I'm telling you, it was a lot longer than 2 minutes and 19 seconds. So I've been a local state. Hey, that works. That works. So be a local state snowbird all my life. I like that. I like that. You got everything there in Arizona. So there are also white mountains. That's, I was curious about that. Thank you, Bill. I was wondering because my brother lives up there, and that's actually where I'm heading in not too long from now. And I thought there were white mountains up there, so I was a little afraid to say, a little afraid to say. So thanks for that. One car in front of me. Well, that's not your fault, Don. There's always going to be people in front that you got to wait for. So hopefully they didn't get checked. Oh, okay. Finally, there's three states have white mountains. Yeah, yeah. That's why I had to ask. That's why I had to ask. I will take the Arizona version. I am kind of missing it just a little bit, guys. I'll tell you. I love the green, and you can see it in the background here. Everything has been green, and I love that. And I, I, I do appreciate that. I kind of miss the ability to boondock there on the West Coast and in the desert. So, while it may not be green, it is a lot easier to boondock on the West Coast. So, I'll be looking forward to getting that back in a few months. In a few months. So that brings me up to what I was thinking about. I haven't shared with you guys my tentative plans. I do. My plans are to head on up to New Hampshire, see my brother. I have an aunt in Cape Cod. I may go over and see her, and then I'm going to just dip my toe into Maine. I don't have a long scheduled stay in Maine, but I have my grandparents buried up there in a small town on the coast, there in southeastern Maine, and so I'm going to go up there for about 4 days and just go over there to see them. And then I was trying to think of what would be a great way to get back to Arizona, because that is my goal. Once I leave Maine, I'll start heading across the country and kind of in a diagonal. And I thought, one of my bucket list items that I want to do, and really I want to do it before it's all gone, and most of it is gone already, is Route 66. Now, if you guys have followed me for any time at all, I love Route 66 and have taken it from about Albuquerque over to I've been the whole route, really all the way over to Santa Monica, but not in the coach. And I'll probably avoid going into California, but I am going to use Route 66 and kind of I want to see I really love the Americana. I love going and see that stuff. So throw up a quick link. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you throw up a quick link, I'll give a quick update. Yeah, let's see what we can do there. Lenny, was glad to have you on. Let's see here real quick. Copy and there you go, Lenny. Come on. Anybody else that wants to join us, come on and say hi. That is just fine. But there you go, Lenny. No guarantee. Well, you are getting up there in Canada. I don't, but I think you guys are sporting that speedy fast Starlink. So I think there's a few of you that have that Starlink. So you got me a little jealous. So there we go, right there. There we go. Come on here. There. How you doing, Lenny?
Is there a mountain there?
Is there a mountain here or there?
Oh, okay. Am I on here?
You are. You
Oh, okay.
are. How you doing?
So I won't stay on very long. I just want to give you the quick update because these mountains are so beautiful. The weather just kind of cleared a little bit. We couldn't see them before, but they're over there.
Nice. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you a full screen there. Nice. You look like you got some weather there. How is that going?
It's been raining most of the day today. It just cleared up maybe an hour ago, and it's supposed to start again soon. But there's some more stuff here. Here comes Don coming out.
Okay,
Oh,
Don.
no, wait, hold on. Let me get too close. He's not wearing pants, so I got to get kind of close before I get him on there.
Yeah, really.
But it's been good so far. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes,
Nice. Now you guys only had a 53-mile travel day. What's up with that?
Hey,
Well, it was the first time all four of us had traveled together, and we didn't want to put too much stress on anybody.
yeah.
No, we just didn't have far to go.
I would be the one stressing. All right. I would be the one stressing. You guys should be all ready for it.
Well, we're only 34 miles from Banff, so we're good. National Park. So
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, are you traveling tomorrow? Is this going to be an everyday thing, or have you got some downtime planned on the trip up there? Because you've got at least a couple a couple thousand miles to go, right?
Yeah, but we were initially probably going to stay here one night, but there's some stuff we want to do, so we figured 2 nights here, and then we're going to go. How far is it to the next place?
I think we're going to Lake Louise next. And
Yeah,
then-
so it's only like another hour and a half down the road, and we're going to spend probably 2 or 3 nights there. Is it longer?
yeah, it's 200 something miles.
Is it?
Yeah.
200 miles?
Yeah, it's over 200 miles.
Uh-oh.
Dude,
Lenny just got worried.
We're
I
not
saw
planned
that,
out
Lenny.
that far.
We got to check with the women. They're doing the planning.
They're
Look what I see! Look what I see!
Oh, look at this.
There's Pearl.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, head on.
Is Pearl gonna have now? Pearl is a pro. All right, she would leave you guys in the dust.
Yes. Yeah, that's why
is she slowing down for you guys?
we had to put her in the middle of the pack so she didn't leave us behind. So we had to kind of block her in.
Huh. Well, I don't know, but I traveled with them several days before we met in Shelby, and they had me lead most of the time for some reason. I don't know why. She's the expert.
That's the only way they can keep track of Don.
I
Yeah,
You
guess
got to
so.
keep him in there, as I say.
Well,
So far,
looks
it's been a great trip. We've been having a lot of fun. The weather could be a little bit better, but I hear as soon as we leave, it'll get nice.
Yeah, it's supposed to get really hot next week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that should greet you on the way up. You probably will have that on the way up, and I'll keep my fingers crossed for that. You really, you'd rather have that than what I see in the background right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worse though. This is better.
Yeah, it's been raining some off and on for days now, ever since we've been in Montana, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, it looks fairly dry there. Miss Pearl, how are you doing?
Good, Dave. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Good. Are you taking it easy on those rookies with your driving?
Well, you know what? I was one of the ones that did the 53 miles today as well, Dave.
I don't even know how you managed that.
She barely got her right foot warmed up.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well,
The girls need to
go
come
ahead.
out.
Oh my goodness, look what I started. Come on over.
Come on.
There's a few other people in the parking lot that we don't know.
Where's Bob? Go get Bob.
Where's Bob?
there's Wayne. How you doing, Wayne? Miss Carrie?
Just show Bob's tongue
Angela.
picture from last.
There's
There's
Angela.
Carrie.
Excuse me, that's Angela.
We were all hunkered down in our rigs because of the rain. We ate lunch and we all went and hunkered down in our rigs. And I'm like, well, somebody's got to give the update. And that's why I was like, I'm going to go outside. Next thing you know, here's everybody.
That is awesome. Hi, guys. Well, hopefully,
Yours is
I'm-
not warm as mine.
You just put a camera up and people just crowd to you for some reason.
That, yes, sir.
Can you send some spring up this way?
I have got it boxed up. It'll be at your next stop.
I think I read on the weather it was 37 degrees here this morning.
Oh, Burr.
That's
Well,
what
I
I'm-
see you're all wearing jackets, so yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely got to have a little bit of a jacket on.
Well, it needs a
Oh yeah.
breeze. A little breeze. It's cold.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that it snowed in parts of Oregon this morning. So
Oh.
just that.
It snowed in Oregon.
Oh, boy.
Well, we're just missing it, I think. I think it's
Yeah.
snowing in the mountains around us.
Here's some
Plus
nice-
earlier today.
On his iPad.
All right, I'm being directed. My producer has said I got to go over this way because there's more mountains over here.
Oh,
Okay.
People.
behind there. Yeah.
And then over
That-
here, I'm just going to go around real slow here.
That's beautiful up there. That's beautiful country up there.
It
It's
is.
cold, Dave.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? I know that you guys knew that. You guys
Yeah,
knew
we-
that, and you prepare for that.
We all brought a jacket, so we're good.
Yeah.
We're all gonna put our fingers crossed for you that you that is all gonna clear up. It's gonna get warm, and you're gonna have sunny days all the way there to Alaska.
Yeah, next week it will be. It'll be
You're a hot spring soon.
Oh, that's just spoiling yourselves now. I like it. Well,
All right.
thank you guys.
You guys
Thank
got
you
anything
for
else?
Okay.
Freezing.
All right, bye. We're gonna say bye. Bye.
Thanks for the update. And just to remind everybody, Thursdays, Don's going to be doing a live. You can get an update there from Cowboy Biker Adventures. And
On the live Thursday night
yeah.
live. Everybody join 6 p.m. Mountain Time.
perfect. And
I'll
can
gather a crowd and just go outside with my phone, and then people just start filming.
can you put the camera back on Don for just a minute? Don, put some pants on.
You saw?
Yeah, that is a fashion statement right there. That's
Go.
that's what,
I got, hey, I have a suit that matches. What are you talking about?
well, it is.
Last night. We went out to dinner and he got all dressed up last night.
Oh, perfect. Well, I am glad that you guys are having fun. Everybody is safe. Safe travels up there, you guys. And thank you for the update.
Hey,
All right. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Take care. Well, there you go. Yeah, good seeing those guys on there again. And there is Cowboy Biker Adventures right there. There's Tom and Lori threw a link out there. That's their YouTube channel. Thursdays at, I believe he said that he's going to try to make that end of the day about 4 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Pacific. But don't quote me on that. Wait for the notification. But there you can find his channel and look forward to seeing where they're at next Thursday. So glad they're doing that and glad they came on. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, we had, oh my gosh, Bob sitting in the passenger seat. Wait a minute. There we go. I didn't realize they stopped for the evening. Oh, Bob. Yeah, that's Bob didn't have any pants on. That's why we didn't see Bob out there. Yeah, thanks you guys for sharing, and yeah, lots of well wishers for those guys. It's a long trip and it's a long trek up there. Hopefully keep your fingers crossed for some nice sunny dry weather and get them up there safely. So thank you guys for coming on once again. Oh my gosh. So when I get to X Fired Up, Bill is saying, when you get up to New Hampshire, be sure to visit Mount Washington. There's a Mount Washington. I know there's a Mount Washington in Washington. They recorded the highest wind. Why would I want to go up there if I'm going to get blown at 231 miles an hour? I don't want that, Bill. No, 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 no. But thanks for the tip. I am planning on visiting. I did it last time and I didn't film it, and I want to do it this time. Getting some maple syrup and going to pick up a couple gallons of maple syrup. I got 1 gallon the last time I was there in New Hampshire, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't. Besides, I absolutely love maple syrup, but when it's from Vermont, New Hampshire, that area, it is gold. And unfortunately, I tended to share it too much with the people that I know. So this time, I am getting an extra gallon, so that if I share this with anybody, I'm not out myself. So. I do want to, though. It's a very interesting setup. If you've never seen them tap the trees for the maple syrup, I'm going to try to show that and film it. That'd be a lot of fun. I thought it was really. I did not expect it last time, so I didn't film it, and this time I definitely want to do that. So. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. Quite the setup to get that maple syrup out of those trees and get it to your kitchen table. So I'll be spending a couple weeks with my brother up there in New Hampshire, and going to enjoy that and a little bit of time off. I probably won't do a live during that time. Just because I want to spend that time with family. But I won't be up there that quickly. It's not probably going to be until the end of June, beginning of July. And I still have another couple stops. I want to get into Washington, D.C., and I want to get back to Gettysburg. Washington, D.C., I'm going to be one day. One day I'm going to go into Washington, D.C. and see some more stuff. And I want to get into the Smithsonian. And the last time I was there, we didn't do that just because it's such a long day to try and go and see. You can't see everything there. But I do want to get to at least one of the Smithsonians. And then we'll see what else I get into there. Then I go over to Gettysburg, and Gettysburg is I was there for 5 days before, and I didn't get enough time. I wanted more time to go and see things. It just there is so much there that I was unprepared. So this time. There is a Thousand Trails / Encore. I don't remember if it's which. That's not too far from Gettysburg, and I want to do a little bit more filming and get into Gettysburg a little bit more. So then I head up either to Cape Cod or my brother's, and then Maine. So Route 66 coming back down. It's going to be a good summer. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good summer. So I think we're probably going to wrap it up here because I'm kind of looking over and I don't have any more video to show you guys, but I wanted to thank the whole crew going up there to Alaska, Bob and Pearl, Lenny and Angela. Lenny and Angela have their own YouTube channel, Life with Lenny, and Wayne and Carrie and Don, Cowboy Biker Adventures. Thank you guys for coming on. Give me an update. Look forward to seeing where you guys are at next Thursday, Don. So we will see you guys next week. So far, you know what? I planned another travel day. Can you believe that? I did. So, I sure as heck did. I planned a travel day on the 25th when I leave here. So, gonna have to see if I can't plan for that a little bit better. And we'll be heading over to a campground that's close to Washington, D.C. Look forward to staying there. So, all right, guys, we will see you guys next week. Live life full time. Right there it is. Thank you, guys. We will see you guys. Take care. All right, let's